we do our best here. A lot of drain to fight up against, but we should be okay. Moving forward now. We'll just slowly but surely work our way back into a good spot. Well, let's use regular stones. Save the big boys for the future. Perfect. And not too shabby here. Let's get some more spell books though. Wouldn't that be lovely? And why is this entire floor full of whites these days? Not exactly what we were hoping and dreaming of coming across here, especially in conjunction with some of these other friends. So let's just lead you back. Want you back. And there we go. Once more into the breach. In fact, we might not even find our old friends. Never mind, there they are. Hello, old friends. Lovely to see you. At least in this situation, instead of coming back up a stairs at dangerously low health and running into a nasty surprise. Perfect. Do I want to bother with bees? I don't think so. Not unless absolutely necessary. No demonologist this time, hopefully. Perfect. Never doubt in my mind. We will take that Curari dart though. That should be a nice little get moving forward. And it just continues. Another area of gravestones apparently. +2 robe of resistance. Oh, that's actually an interesting thing to throw out there. We lose our regen for a pip of fire and cold resistance. Definitely might have to at least think about using that coming up here. Excuse me, friend. Book of Alchemy? What do you have in you? Irradiate is beautiful. Absolutely spectacular spell. Well, is it worth it for me to try a Curari Dart? 75% chance to hit. If it misses, we then have a two-headed ogre adjacent to us, and that's not great. You know what? I'll come back and we'll try that in another situation here. Oh wait, that's not my stairs. Gosh darn it. Random energy also kind of screwing us a bit here as the two-headed ogre gets next to us anyway, so apparently I should have thrown the Curari. Whoopsie daisies. But hey, a little bit of a confusing situation for everyone involved there apparently. We're able to gain some ground. And just get me to the stairs, please and thank you. Perfect. Not at all terrifying. Right, folks? So we found all of our stairs now. Oh, because 2 of them are right here. How about that? If I could just get some of my friends to return to the scene of the crime, that would be lovely. I mean, at the end of the day, we can run back up for this. Thank you kindly. And not too shabby. Hear zap and a grinding noise. You did have a wand of digging. Again, not very cool of you to use my stuff to hit us here. We all know that the rightful owner of that wand is yours truly. Did some damage to our null friend, but not quite enough. And now, unfortunately, they're just going to keep playing with our adjacency here. Can I bring you to the stairs? Oh my gosh, wonderful. Large rock didn't do it. Immediately regretting all my decisions. Let's go down to 10 health, then just abuse some regen, shall we? Again, thankfully, attacks of opportunity aren't around yet in this version, otherwise we'd be in trouble. I think there's still one orc wandering around. Hello, buddy. I was just thinking about you. But that should be okay. Not too much of a struggle here. Let's just use acid, kill this son of a gun. Fantastic. Oh, me oh my. We're kind of making it work. Who follows us upstairs? Just you two? That is fantastic. And there we go. Pick up our stuff. Did we get any wand charges? No, used all of my digging charges. My digging? How dare you? Let's just kill our little orc friend here. Two-headed ogre is still hanging around somewhere. What the heck is even that? All of a sudden, we have all the forces of BO on our tail, so let us play it smart here. Run back to our stairs. Even bring a couple friends up with us. Can I kill an orc warrior? Not as clear-cut as I was initially hoping. Suspecting? Maybe, but hoping for a lot better. Come on, large rock, don't fail me now. Perfect. Never a doubt in my mind. Bad time to get confused. But we're still not one shot from an orc wizard, and there we go. Jeez Louise. Hey Brain, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. Thanks for dropping on by. Attacks from opportunity don't matter for ranged attacks, like polearm reach. Ooh, polearm reach counts in that regard. Interesting. That's good to know. There is hope for the future. And hey Korean Knife, thank you so much for the 5 months. I appreciate it a whole lot. Always fantastic to see you around. Thanks for dropping on by today as well. And I appreciate the support, of course. Absolutely incredible. There we go, just heft a large rock, get a bit of shot put practice going in here. Not too shabby, and then we'll completely just cheese the rest of these orc friends. Yeah, do you know what? Both of you can come upstairs. Where are you? There we go. Fantastic. Just a priest left. Shouldn't be too much of a struggle here. It's only when you're adjacent to them. Yeah, you know, I assumed that the polearms would kind of count since it is a pseudo melee attack, or it is a melee attack really at the end of the day, just with a little bit of a poke to it. But hey, I'll take it. Anything that makes attacks of opportunity not quite the nightmare that they otherwise might be seems good to me. There we go. That's all of our rocks. Hey. Don't love just using regular old stones. Maybe a net. Trap you up real quick. Smash ya. Fantastic. Legend has it that if I say Jeez Louise enough times, I will summon them. Oh gosh, I hope not. We already saw what happens when our ogre gets an early banishment to the abyss. Will that stop me from saying it? Also probably not, unfortunately. Never thought of myself as an exceptionally catchphrase heavy person until I started streaming and realized that there's some stuff that I do just say constantly. Oh, my bee friends. Poison resistance is a huge part of getting through this fight in one piece, but unfortunately not exactly the be-all end-all. Still a bit of a rough time, 34% chance. Let's drink a potion early. It's a nice little bit of healing from curing. You have max of 10 damage, I believe, on a bee. They do. So we're doing okay there. Less okay now, unfortunately. Okay, glad I drank that curing, because apparently it was the difference between life and death. Oh, geez Louise. 34% chance? Come on. Not like this. Okay, one more curing. And this potion. Degeneration. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh me oh my. Turns out I shouldn't have engaged with the bees. After the first few went well, I got a little too up in my own head, thought that we could take it. But hubris will make a fool of us all. Don't have any spells yet. Of course, that brilliance. Just perfect. Oh gosh, not the bees. This potion? Flying. How about that? Okay, turns out I maybe should have just been throwing rocks or slapping because we're okay here, as the bee just constantly barely misses us. I guess not throwing rocks because that will give the bee so many attacks if it does miss. Do I just slap you, friend? Let's go for it. Okay, it's that easy, folks. But no problem. the attacks from opportunity aren't that much of a nightmare, but they make role-playing aspect more tricky. And again, you've only played as Deep Dwarf, Spriggan Naga, and Mai. Is that Mayfly Tar acronym? We haven't seen much of its effect. That's fair enough. Hello, friend. You know what? Let's maybe... Oops. Switch to Boomerang. Perfect. We did switch and then just happened to hit R after the fact. Perfect. That should do it. Apportation and Alistair's Intoxication again. Apparently Party Tricks. Very popular book. Many editions of it have been printed off and left along the dungeon floors. How about that? Also remove that exclusion now. And there it is. That's the floor. There's a two-headed ogre somewhere. Again, what is with all of the white packs? What did I do to deserve just constantly being full drain status? You know, besides make some questionable plays with an ogre. And is that such a crime game? Apparently so. I was hoping to just come down the stairs, have it be free, no enemies around. Oh, jeez Louise. Tab, auto fight, how dare you? You're gonna get us killed with stuff like that. You know what? We might just have to try this out. So Curari's gonna be a lifesaver. We want to have a nice long range coming up. 76%. Let's do it. Perfect. Give me some distance. And you only get 3 shots. Shot number 1, very successful. Shot number 2, also absolutely beautiful. Well, doesn't get much better than that. Now let's head to the stairwell, shall we? And no enemies at this one? Of course not. But a troll is at least semi-manageable. Maybe not so much. Sees me wearing the skin of a family member and is exceptionally upset. Honestly, you're just being sensitive about it. I mean, sure, I murdered your brother and am wearing his skin just for funsies, but that doesn't mean we can't be friends. Don't be ridiculous. Let's switch over to Curari, get you slowed, and yeah, Boomerang isn't too bad. I lied. Boomerang is bad. Let's Atropa Dart. 19% chance to blind you. Don't think so there. Unfortunately, we might be in for a little bit of the long con here. Did I lose my Curari Dart too? No, I did not. Okay, perfect. That's all I needed to see here. Let me grab this. We're going to do a quick little circle here, so I can run and grab my rocks. At least one rock. Where did I leave the rest of my rocks? Downstairs, probably? Well, that was silly of me. But? Curari Dart? Nope. And here we go. This is our new life now. Just constantly running away from our troll friend. Who's again just being over dramatic. Honestly. Let's try this again. And once again, you do have 3 shots. There we go. Large rock. Nope. In fact, in hindsight, was a very poor choice. Whoopsie daisies. It's that the slowness of that attack is absolutely brutal. See, you still are poisoned. That's something. We have Flame Wand. We have Nets. Not exactly ideal. If only we still had Acid or an Ice Blast would be incredible, just so we can guarantee hits. But that's a-okay. Now that we have this one gap, we can go with throwing net strats. Just try and tangle this buddy up, and there we go. After much more trouble than it probably should have been, we managed to take out our troll friend here, and now let's take this as an opportunity to read some scrolls, shall we? We get ID, which is lovely. Kind of want to go for heal wounds, but pretty low odds of finding them, so instead let's just play it a little bit safer here and Get some of our scroll tools out of the way. Rotation, always nice. Give me blinking or requirement. I guess that's kind of cool too. What have you got for me? +3 Cloak of the Hunter, Rampage, and resistance to fire and cold. +6 Glaive of the Scorned. Interesting. It's honestly not bad. If I wasn't so dead set on most likely wearing a shield, especially since we can train for shields a little bit more easily on an ogre and other characters. It does seem fun to slap everyone around, especially if we do get Manifold Assault. That glaive will do absolute wonders, giving fantastic resistances. The fragile hurts a bit, but hey, if it's good enough, not a huge deal. But at the end of the day, I think we got to go with the Cloak of the Hunter. It's just a bit easier to get rolling here. It's going to be a lot of training before this buddy is an option, especially if we take a peek here. Oh, actually, polearms is one of the zeros. I did not expect that. Why are ogres better with polearms than maces and flails? I mean, I know why from a gaming perspective or from a game design perspective, because otherwise you just always go mace and flails on any ogre, and that's something that the devs generally try and avoid or alleviate in some regards in this game. It's still a shame though. Shame too bad. But let's get ourselves some early AC as well as some nice resistances, shall we? Rampage might also come in handy at the end of the day. And if you could come upstairs with me, friend, perfect. We'll just take you one by one for the time being here. And am I ready to learn anything yet? Ignite Poison, almost castable. That's honestly taken a lot longer than I initially was suspecting, unfortunately. But Irradiate will be on its way at some point here once we start training transmutations. Mephitic Cloud, I guess not too far. So let's just get back into training some of these things. We'll go with... So we could go Conjurations or Air for Mephitic Cloud. Or we could just keep training Poisons a bit higher. We probably will take past Wellcold Gate for sure. Nice little escape option. Yeah, maybe we'll just keep training Poison. It's tough when it's a triple spell school because it does take a lot. I guess even a little bit of Conjurations would go a long way. Between Conjurations and Air, what am I more likely to use in the future? I guess Air because Storm Form. I don't actually know Dragon Form. I can't think off the top of my head what schools it is. Besides Transmutations, obviously, that's a bit more straightforward. You know what? I will learn just a little bit, just a wee bit of Air Magic. That seems kind of nice. Let's focus Poison. And we'll give this all a shot as we move forward here. How bad could it possibly be, right? It is just Transmutation? Okay, that is lovely. So that is very much up our alley. Also, we talked about Pass Wall, but I didn't actually learn it. Already at 12% failure rate. That's not bad for an escape, as long as we're using it proactively and not too reactively, of course. But when have I ever been reactive, right? I'm always 5 steps ahead of the game here, right? And even if I'm not, if everyone could just lie and make me feel good, that would be perfect. Maybe not as helpful for trying to grow as a person and, you know, get something somewhere in life, but growing as a person, completely overrated. Why grow as a person when I can just revel in my own self-inflicted misery instead? Let's take our brigand friend upstairs though real quick, and you can see that now Unarmed is fully up and at him, doing just fine for most of these fights. The risk being that I'm going to tab myself into another trip to the Abyss or something of similar ilk. But if we can just attempt to avoid that, we should be okay here. Definitely show me these shops. +1 Robe of the Moon Troll. Not exactly. Oh, that's too bad. Sigatuvi's Embrace? Wait, why can't I wear Sigatuvi's Embrace? It looks... If I read your description. Suit of armor born of raw flesh and bone and gristle, held intact by the will of a long-dead sorcerer. I mean, you would think that this kind of fleshy outfit would, you know, be a little bit more open to bodies of different sizes, but apparently necromancers as close-minded as the rest of society, so yet again we struggle to make it by in life without constantly having our body shape and form thrown in our face. So inconsiderate. Honestly, I thought we could make the dungeons a better place, but it might just be too far gone. That whip of electrocution hurts very badly. But at least we won't be hit by multiple angles if we take you upstairs, switch over to our large stones, and just kill you, maybe? Just kill you. Third time's a charm, though? Apparently not. Third time is not, in fact, the charm, as we get hit by Curari. That's less than ideal. At least the poison effect isn't hitting us, just the slow. I'd like it if they missed me a few more times with these bad boys. Do you know what? Let's Atropa you, maybe? There we go. Eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, my friend. There we go. Jeez Louise. Electrobrand is nerfed in Trunk. I think it is in this version too, right? Already by this version, it went to the % chance to activate, or did it get nerfed again in Trunk? Was that not a big enough disadvantage to throw onto them? So I don't even know, what is the chance? Is it a quarter? Or is it better or worse than that? Cannot recall off the top of my head. Did I bring any friends up with me? No? What about this time? Hey, there we go. Perfect. So it's a little bit harder to tell when they're invisible, but we have our ways. Mostly just standing still and letting them slap us real quick. But hey, if it works, it works. Not again, you missed his already stable. Okay, but yeah, still a good note to take. I feel like we just got unlucky there to a certain extent because of that. It didn't seem like they were missing their rolls too often on the electrical brand. Especially it just being on a whip. But that's what you gotta look out for, those early issues that can just snowball real quick into a nasty situation. Okay, am I as good at taking out Yaks this time? I don't have the poison form, unfortunately, which was a huge part of our entire game plan. Fighting Yaks last go around. Especially since if they grow as a big enough crowd, they'll accidentally find their way around, which is a shame. So let's try and kill them fast enough that that doesn't become an issue. There we go. Starting to get a little bit hurt, but hey, normal speed. Let's take advantage of the fact once more that attacks of opportunity aren't in the game yet. Lovely. And just cheese the heck out of this, shall we? In fact, I should try and get as many species 1 before the next version makes its way into stable, rather. The last little bit of freedom to cheese. Though I am looking forward to trying out attacks of opportunity. So I think that it'll be a fun change. I've always been a little bit against a lot of the strats that you can employ in this game. Pillar dancing being one of those prime ones where I do it because it is a huge part of the current meta of the game. But I don't love myself for doing so. In fact, would prefer sometimes to just struggle a little bit in the interim in order to avoid, but hey. I also don't want to waste everyone's time constantly losing runs for silly reasons. My self-inflicted rules can only get me in so much trouble before I feel like it's a little bit of an unreasonable ask. For all you fantastic folks. But okie dokie. Poison magic is coming back on. We actually want this up to 9 or so. Air magic is up a little bit, that's okay. Transmutations, maybe? Or just unarmed combat, bring it up to 12. Focus that bad boy here. And how are we looking? Mephitic Cloud and Ignite Poison, both very close to being nice and actively usable. So that is fantastic. Keep fighting our yak friends here. Whoopsie daisies. Couple of extra inputs there, but no harm, no foul. And let's learn these, shall we? So Mephitic Cloud, yes please, and Ignite Poison as well. I'll take me one of those. Just a little bit more poison training should get them down to a completely castable rate here. Oh, hello, Benar. Lovely to see you. I don't have much to go with here. We have the Ring of Ice, so we at least can get cold resistance, but even with 20 damage from Ozokubus, I guess this is like 27 damage. And you have 80 health? Nah, I don't think so. Unless we get some good rocks to absolutely annihilate you. Not exactly the best boat moving forward. Make sure my coaster doesn't stick to my cup. Humdydum. I guess we can actually get 2 pips of cold resistance. We have that robe, and we have the Ring of Ice. Does that make me happier with my odds? Technically, yes, but still not great. Maybe adding Guardian Spirit to the mix is not a bad idea here. Ring of Fire to assert dominance completely crushes Finar's morale. I mean, you do have a point there. You're not completely wrong, for sure. But we've already killed off poor Shrek today, so let's maybe hold my own discretion in check here, because I'm very much on board with this plan. Mediocre here? Not so much. I mean, they are only mediocre, you know? That sounds like a pretty fantastic ogre thing to do. That did not work as intended. You failed me once more, my own brain, but that's okay, as we barely get tickled by a little bit of refrigeration action. Not bad whatsoever. Let's Curari you to start it off, and then bring out the big guns, shall we? Not quite as effective as I would have liked. We still have a throwing net, of course. We can start there. Excuse me? Okay, turns out we maybe should have brought Fanner upstairs with us. Can do one more. Oh, they're not going to follow us because they're in a net. But I do want to get the heck out of here because I'm not ready to fight the vampire. Oh gosh darn it. So close to. I mean, we didn't use too many consumables besides the throwing items that we've left on the floor here, which I would definitely want back for the next encounter with our chilly friend here. Dang it, it's not often that you're gonna completely and totally regret a net. You don't blink or anything, hey friend? So we can't exactly leave you stranded. Let's walk upstairs. Wait a few turns. Do we just go for it? Balls to the wall, hope that it all works out? Next time around, we can always just use Mephitic Cloud and Ignite Poison to take care of Banner, I guess, at the end of the day. So we might as well not be too much of a fool. And you know what? That stairwell does not impress me either. Let's try one more time here. Okay, come on, Fenar. Be chill and come to my stairs. Fantastic. Such a team player. And now I'm going to make you regret ever making these decisions, of course. It's Mephitic Cloud and light it up. Wonderful. And there we go. Not too shabby here. We can switch back to our resistances now. Ring of Ice. Save. Sayonara. And don't want to fight this vampire. I mean, no, but probably should. Please give me some of my sweet, sweet stuff back. Poison not going to do anything to you, but fire does, so let's put down a cloud of these that you'll have no problem walking into. Gosh darn it. Can nobody respect a fair and honest duel in this dungeon? Come on. 1v1 me IRL. Bring it on. So this is a time for Mephitic Cloud. Wait, make sure that they're next to me, and light it on fire. Barely missed something. Perfect. They are standing there at the very least. Wait a second. Where did you go, my vampire friend? That was strange. We'll just drop this on ourselves, take a step up, and light it up. Are they there? Perfect. First guess, no problems whatsoever. And let's head back down, back up. Centaur, are you gonna take a step towards me? No, and you're also gonna waste charges on my wand? Excuse me? Unacceptable? Oh, that's a different centaur. How about that? Not all centaurs are the same, who knew? Well, I guess we just confuse you. Tried to light you on fire, but it didn't really work out. You know what, that's fine. We'll just bring one of our new yak friends up and take this nice and slow, unfortunately. And there we go. Jeez Louise. Come here. Come here. There we go. Say that to my face. My equine friend. I mean, we wanted to be able to summon an equine companion, but I was thinking more on the donkey side than a horsey pal. And not too bad. We can just fill the air with flames here real quick. Still have enough magic. I'm tempted to try and confuse our ogre friend here. Or, you know, just fail Mephitic Cloud multiple times in a row. That's cool too. What's it at now? Still 10%? I guess that's fair. And rinse and repeat. Just keep dancing back and forth between the stairs here until we get a little bit luckier. Fantastic. And let's just keep you on fire as much as we possibly can. Oh gosh. You're no longer on fire. That goes against the whole plan, as discussed. There we go. Oh. And it's not over yet. Are you... Okay, you're an unseen horror at least, so we can just escape up real quick. And let's see, where are you, my friend? Here, maybe? You know, that's probably pretty perfect for burning you up. And then just rinse and repeat. Don't think they'll walk through the fire and flames, unfortunately. Which leaves us in a wee bit of an interesting spot. But there we go. Maybe that's good enough? Yes, we managed to kill them. Just get lucky. We don't have a standard issue ogre bashing stick yet. So that is interesting. I've been going the unarmed route. We have found a spiked club, so we could do that instead. Unfortunately, there's no cross-training involved, but definitely something to at least think about. Caught me there where I'm very much planning for the future when I really want to have Manifold Assault and Unarmed Combat at my side, because that combination just gets ridiculously strong. Don't get me wrong, a giant spiked club Manifold Assault, pretty solid on its own, or in its own right. So maybe we'll end up pivoting in the future, but for now, I like punching and I like to crush. Again, it's so much more visceral when you do it with your bare hands, you know? But okie dokie. Faint crackling of a melting archway nearby. Okay, so that means it's very close, actually. Maybe just up here? No. This is not who I wanted to see. Hello, my cousin. Two-headed cousin there. Maybe up here? Is this? Hey, there she is. Perfect. We will swap to our Ring of Ice right away just to make this fight go a little bit smoother. And then we should be able to also switch over to our robe before actually going into the area and be in a pretty fantastic spot. Just need to clear out all the chaff first. Perfect. Switch over to our robe and let's head in, shall we? Curse these good looks of mine, always forced to smash. They do just always want to smash. The downsides of being an ogre, of course. But otherwise, we're going to be looking pretty good here. Just keep blasting everything with a little bit of fire action. Pretty fantastic stuff. It makes a decent amount of noise, but that's not the end of the world. So can I... This is going to be a pain, I can tell. Don't have any really cheeky ways to fight them around the corner. Unfortunately, Mephitic Cloud itself won't do the dirty. So we're forced to try and have vision on it in order to properly ignite the night and let it shine. So definitely something we have to keep in mind at the very least. Let's heal up a bit, walk in. Jeez Louise, don't like that, even with our cold resistances. And we're in it for the long haul, I guess, at the end of the day. Don't want to hang around in any clouds of ice, but otherwise shouldn't be too bad. We're facing all the summons themselves here. Bada bing, and come on. There we go. At least one down is a huge step. And now we can maybe go the old-fashioned route. Give me some clouds. There we go. Much better. At least gives us a little bit of a dent. Apparently not as good as I initially suspected, so maybe we should just fight the old-fashioned way. Yes, walk into the cloud. It's honestly for the best here. And let's heal up a bit. Let's just heal up all the way. Sure, the statue will as well, but that's fine. We'll try this time without the fancy Mephitic Cloud. Unfortunately, that was just a little bit of a waste at the end of the day. Didn't quite get the desired effect. At least not nearly as effective as it is against all of our Simulacra friends here. There we go. Light it up. And one more time. Should just about do it. Fortunately, the simulacrums are all mindless, so they'll just walk head first into clouds of flames without a second thought. And you do love to see it. Could probably just fly across the water there. Get early access to all the lovely treasures. But we're just fine for the time being here. And there we go. Now what are we going to find? An ice dragon. I mean, if it drops its skin, then maybe we can come to a bit of an agreement here. You just have to give me your skin. It's that easy. It's honestly very reasonable of me, if I do say so myself. I mean, do you really need all that skin? I feel like you're just being greedy. Might as well light these on fire. And here they come. Oh, we don't have the best mana stars at the moment, so I think we will run away, at least for the time being here. You can't do a heck of a lot of damage with the cold breath with 2 pips of cold resistance, but it's still going to add up here. Are you susceptible to fire? You are, so that's something. Don't know if I want to just use a wand of flame, though. Ferrari's not going to do the trick. I mean, large rocks are coming out at some point during this encounter, don't get me wrong. But it's going to be a tough one, to say the least. Just doing a quick scan of inventory items. I would like to create a bit of a choke point for you here. The downside is that I'm using up all of my magic that otherwise would have been pseudo health for us, of course, but that's fine. Let's throw rocks early since it does take a couple of turns. Your melee damage is actually kind of worse than your breath, so I'd kind of appreciate it if you just, backed off first of all. It's called personal space. Ice Dragon, look it up. But, this is where I need to, stop just going for my first solution that pops in my brain and do the old hands off the keyboard strategy. Make sure that we're making good decisions in life instead of just the first haphazard solution that comes to mind that generally doesn't shake out quite as well as I'd hope to imagine. But okie dokie. Don't have a heck of a lot at our disposal. Don't have any fire magic training, so it's not like we can start slapping with our Staff of Fire and hope for some good results on that end. It's too late for Brilliance now, but that might have actually been a good idea earlier on. Again, if I'd thought we need to take proactive action instead of just jumping right into the thick of it, then we might have had a better setup to begin with here. I don't mind actually reading a teleport. Okay, I kind of mind if it's just going to take me here, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Let's lead you, friend, off this direction. That way it leaves our entrance / exit clear, as well as the treasure room. Though don't get me wrong, I would like to kill this Ice Dragon if possible, if just, again, to take its skin and wear it as a power move in the future. That's something. Okay, we managed to fully heal up. Let's go take care of the rest of the buddies here. Oh, were there 2 Ice Dragons? Interesting. I assume that's a different Ice Dragon. Could be wrong. Could have wandered its way up. You never know with these things. But regardless, it's slightly less than ideal. I'm going to go for early Brilliance this time around, and we're just going to fill the air as much as we possibly can. Light it up real quick. You're still on fire, so that's good. You're no longer on fire, so that's bad. We live a pretty simple life here. 32 health is actually too low. I don't know why I'm trying to swing away. Don't really want to move. We had you close. Oh, jeez. More skin havers. It's another opportunity for our dreams to come true. Unfortunately, it's also terrifying in its own right. Am I missing anything here? We can do a quick check of scrolls. Nothing too great there. Potions, I don't think so. Like, maybe we could have taken Might earlier, gotten slightly better hits, but that's not the be-all end-all solution, unfortunately. I believe you're too big for a net. Yep, immune to nets. You hate to see it. What else? I mean, we can bring out Pass Wall. 22 health. I actually don't know if we can get away with Pass Wall. At least if this buddy's still breathing at us, that's less damage than those dang claws. 15 health. It's getting real sketchy, but never say die. Let's just get teleported out of here real quick. That's exactly where I was hoping to land. Oh gosh, okay, so Brilliance is not the one solution to all of our problems. We had more invocations. We could have used Divine Exegesis before we just lost it there, but unfortunately probably has a pretty hefty failure rate, or at least did. So let's check it out here. Ice, resist corrosion, strength +2. It's okay. It's something. Amulet of Regen, I actually very much like the idea of. Okay. How do I kill one of these buddies to take their skin? These are the questions we must ask ourselves in life.